Welcome back. Again.
Hi. Welcome back.
We're going to read people's poems.
Yeah, poem time.
I can't wait.
She can't fucking wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet on loose leaf torn. What's loose leaf?
Like
just like
loose.
a piece of paper that's loose. It's not in a notebook or anything.
Yeah. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. In my shitty, folded up, out of my pocket.
Who's going first?
Who are you gonna choose?
Sarah.
Sayori.
I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all.
That's me. This is a good poem, Doodle. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I that kind of guy who writes poems?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Doodle. Where there's cookies, there's Doodle.
Cupcakes.
Son of a bitch. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know?
Yeah, but...
Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Aww.
I'm just here to get laid. I'm not sure if she already knows that.
She probably doesn't.
I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
All right, I'm going to hold it.
Yay!
I'm gonna hold you against me.
Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear Sunshine.
Oh, dear. Let's start.
The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Oh. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. It wasn't for you. I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
It's a yes or no question. Ugh.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
She's so cute. Oh, yeah.
She is cute.
I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or should I put it sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Lazy. Especially the last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast.
Look at that grumpy face.
I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. I'm like so paranoid.
Yuri. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Exceptional. What was that?
Exceptional.
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face.
Oh, shit.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. That's what I'm getting some over. What am I getting some for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before.
Oh, shit.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It was actually my first time. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just mean,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah.
T H.
Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that's usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a style of writing separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two words together. The end result is the both style and expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. Except
No, it's not. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
biased how?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki.
Alright, my bitch.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a little
Richard Club? No.
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Blading. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstand the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing in the what?
Breathing air of the present.
Oh, God. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Cursive. Why? The light flickers. I flicker back.
I fuck her back.
It looks like flicking back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. It's cursive and no one can read that.
I wasn't thinking that.
But it took you a long time to read because the cursive is really hard. Why did I do that?
Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty ugly.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts?
Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Doodle.
Really?
Doodle!
I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
I think I hate the poem now. I thought it was about ghosts.
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint or shimper short or paint your printer. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn to think too from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing this at all. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Doodle.
Me too.
Doodle.
Everyone here has bumpets.
Hi, Doodle! Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Monica's annoying.
I love her. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
All right. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway,
Ride the wave, dude.
want to share a poem with me?
That's kind of embarrassing.
Don't worry, Doodle.
Hair
Look at my
flip.
butt. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know?
Grabs the poem with her hair.
Might.
It's just another hand.
It's like a tail.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
it is.
And well, she grabs it.
She
I hand
grabbed
my
it.
poem to Monica. I hand my Monica to
Great
my poem.
job, Doodle. I was going, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
Oh, shit.
I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair.
Signs a poem on the ground. With her hair.
Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike I can't even say it. Sayori. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to
Derive.
to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write that efficiently. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the
Nuances.
I was like, nurses? What?
Nuances.
It can take years of practice, which I assume Yuri has had at this point. I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring, and by learning new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I get comfortable.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things with me. Let's go. That's the best way. Whoa. That's the best way. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
She just lasts for 10 minutes. And then she's like, anyway, my poem, right?
You sound pretty confident for someone who sucks.
Oh my god.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident, and I do not psych. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I mean, sometimes it's
I see. I'm sorry. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside it for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out of the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
Creepy. Was this your gynecologist?
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
She's talking about holes. I'm sorry.
So, what'd you think?
Sounds like a gynecologist. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style is going popular now.
The gynecological style.
What?
God.
That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between worlds and vaginas. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
I can't talk about that.
Gynecology?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I kind of have had an epiphany recently.
At the gynecologist. Oh, shit.
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of...
Sorry.
What? Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's pro writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. And if you try too hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of dink. So you'll just move your hand and go with the flow.
Was that a masturbation thing?
It was. That's my advice for today. Go home and fab. Thanks for listening.
Natsuki.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me.
Whoa.
It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
Oh, jeez.
Dang,
I'll pass.
girl.
14-year-old's gonna beat the shit out of you after school.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
No one likes it. Sorry.
Eagles can fly.
Can fry? Eagles can fry.
Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it.
It sounds like it would be in a kid's book at the zoo.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it
listen
is.
to the music change. It's like doofy.
Monkeys can climb.
Cheetahs can run. Nah. Sorry.
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Natsuki can't write.
Just be honest.
But she
I
can
am.
try.
That's about it. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But it isn't the point.
But isn't the point of people... Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem,
Ooh.
saying everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about how I can't run like a cheetah. Yeah.
Can't
Yeah, I
fly
understand
like an
that.
eagle.
But the other nice things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line, I think.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
Yeah.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
She has like one tooth.
Fucking don't like her.
You
Didn't-
don't like her? She's cute.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Did ya?
She's just a little
Yeah, I guess
baby
not.
girl.
I decided to humor her with that last comment. Don't really care how old everyone is, but she...
But she's young.
She does. Next time on SUBPARCADE.
Are you pooped or what?
Next
Time to
time.
save.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Oh, thank God. I was like so paranoid about it.